Good morning students. Up to the last lecture we have studied some problems of chapter current electricity. Now today you will see some unsolved problems of this chapter. Okay. In that one problem is given in this tabular form. One table is given. There are two columns are present in this table. First column is of voltage that given in volt and second column is about current which is given in ampere. Now in that they tell us that we have to calculate average resistance. Okay, here actually resistance is not given. Okay, but by giving only this table they tell us calculate the average resistance of this given data. Okay, so first we have to calculate resistance. We know formula of resistance. Resistance is given by voltage divided by current. Okay, so here if we observe table and when voltage is 4 volts at that time our current is 9 ampere. When voltage is 5 volt then current is 11.25 ampere. When voltage is 6 volt then current is 13.5 ampere. Okay, so such a way that these are the values of voltage and current. According to that we have to find out resistance. First of all we have to find out resistance at 4 voltage 4 volt and current is 9 ampere. At that time how much is voltage? When voltage is 5 volt and current is 11.25, at that time how much resistance of that circuit? And when voltage is 6 volt and current is 13.5 ampere, at that time what is the voltage? So such a way that we have to find out first of all three different values of resistors, then average. Average means what? We have to add all that resistors divided by number of resistors. Okay, that we will see later, but first we have to calculate when voltage is 4 volt and current is 9 ampere. Look at first, voltage is 4 volt and current is 9 ampere. At that time whatever be the resistance of circuit we will call it R1. Okay, we will call it R1. So we know formula of resistance is voltage divided by current. Okay, so here voltage is how much? 4 volt and current is 9 ampere. So resistance R1 will be equal to 4 by 9. Okay, it will be 0.44 ohm. Okay, always remember unit is also important. So unit of resistance is ohm. Now we here calculate the resistance first when voltage 4 volt and current 9 ampere. Okay, so resistance first will be 4 by 9, that is the 0.44 ohm. Okay, so that is the resistance when voltage is 4 volt and current is 9 ampere. Now second we have to calculate the resistance when voltage is 5 volt and current is 11.25 ampere. Look at here, voltage is 5 volt and current is 11.25 ampere. At that time what will be the resistance? So we will call that resistance is R2. Okay, so here resistance is given by voltage divided by current. Voltage is how much? 5 divided by current. Current is how much? 11.25 ampere. So 11 by 25 ampere. So it will be 0.44 ohm again. Okay, simply we know resistance is what? Ratio of voltage divided by current. Again third, here look at voltage is how much? 6 volt and current is how much? 13.5 ampere. Okay, so here voltage is 6 volt and current is 13.5 ampere. Now we have to calculate resistance in this case. So resistance that we call R3, which will be equal to voltage divided by current. Voltage is how much? 6 volt divided by current is how much? 13.5. If you take this ratio then again that will be equal to what? 0.44 ohm. Okay, so such a way that we calculate all three resistors at different values of voltage and current. Okay, first voltage is 4 ohm, current is 9 ampere. At that time, value of resistor is how much? 4 by 9, which is equal to 0.44 ohm. Then second, voltage is 5 volt and current is 11.25 ampere. At that time again, voltage divided by current, that is the resistor, will be equal to 0.44 ohm. And third, when voltage is 6 volt and current is 13.5 ampere, at that time again resistor C, voltage divided by current, which is equal to 0.44 ohm. Okay, so now we calculate all the three values of resistor at different values of voltage and current. Now we have to find out average resistance. Okay, average resistor. Okay, average resistor, which will be equal to what we have to calculate, what we have to do to calculate average. Average means what? Suppose we have 6 subjects, we have to calculate our percentage. Then what we do? Simply we add marks of all 6 subjects, divide by all 6 subjects. Okay, means number of mark of 6 subjects divided by 6, such a way that here all resistors are how much? 3. So we have to add here values of all 3 resistors. Okay, R1 plus R2 plus R3 divided by how many resistors? 3. So divide by 3. So here to calculate average, we have to first add all 3 values of resistors divided by 3. So our answer final will be how much? 0.44 ohm. Okay, that is the average resistance of this data. Average resistance of this data. So for that, here we should have to know this formula of resistance. Okay, that is important. And then what? Only we have to put values in this formula. Okay, for this first resistance we call R1, and R1 is what? V by I. V is how much? 4 volt. I is how much? 9 ampere. 4 by 9. Second, 5 by 11.25, and third, 6 by 13.5. So easily we will get values of all 3 resistors. Then only we have to add them and divide by 3. Okay, total resistors divided by number of resistors. Then we will get average. Okay, and that will be 0.44 ohm. Okay, so it is very easy problem. Okay, now we have to see next problem. Now next question is also based on this data. Okay, question is nature of graph between the potential difference and current. Okay, if we draw the graph of this potential difference and current, then what will be the nature of graph? Okay, so here we have to see. Okay, first we have to draw this graph by using x and y coordinate system. Okay, so on x axis we will take values of voltage, and y axis we will take values of current. Okay, x axis we will take voltage and y axis we will take current. So here we are disconnect this graph. Okay, and directly start from 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, means we break that graph and join here from 3. Here also we break graph and directly start from the 9. Okay, so we can break this graph when we doesn't want the values of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and like that. Okay, so this is start from 0, and now this is 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the values of voltage, and 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, these are the values of current. Okay, so now here what we have to do? We have to draw this point on this graph. Okay, first of all look at voltage is 4 volt and current is 9 ampere. So look at here, voltage is 4 volt and current is 9 ampere. So this graph as like that. We have to draw this point here. On y axis we have to take current, that is the 9, and voltage 4. So our first point of graph is here. Now second, 5 and 11.25. Look at here. Okay, this is the 5, okay, this is the 11 and 12. So in between 11 and 12 here, somewhat here 11.25 there are, okay. So we have to take this point 11.25 and 5, so this will be that point, okay. And third is, look at what, 6 and 13.5. look at here 6, okay, so here on above of this 6, okay. 13.5 means in between 13 and 14, 13.5 is there, okay. So in between, from here, this is the our 13.5, okay. So this is the our third point, okay. So if we join all 3 points, okay, look at, if we join all 3 points, then one straight line is passing through all 3 points, okay. One straight line is passing through all 3 points of this given data graph, okay. So from this graph we can see what the nature of graph between current and potential difference, okay. In the answer we have to write the nature of graph between current and potential difference is straight line. Straight line. Current and potential difference graph is of straight line, okay. Now there are, we study Ohm's law, okay. Ohm's law is tells us that current is directly proportional to potential difference, or current is directly proportional to potential difference if physical state of conductor is remain same. At that time, current flowing through a conductor is directly proportional to potential difference. Means if we increase the potential difference, then our current value also goes on increasing. Means there are direct relation. If we increase voltage, then automatically our current will be increased. So look at here. First voltage is 4 ohm, then current is 9 ampere, okay. Then we increase voltage 4 to 5, then current also goes on increasing, that is the 11.25 ampere. Here we again increase voltage, that is the 6 volt, again current will be increased. So this graph is straight line, means it obey Ohm's law. Its meaning is it obey Ohm's law, but our question is only of nature of the graph. So in the answer we have to write nature of this graph is straight line, okay. That is the answer of this question. So now next unsolved problem we have to see, that is if a charge of 420 coulomb is flowing through a conducting wire in 5 minutes, okay. What 420 coulomb charge is flowing through a conducting wire in 5 minutes, okay. What is the value of current? Then what is the value of current, that we have to find out from this problem, okay. So first of all we have to write all the given data, okay. So our given data is first of all charge, okay. We know charge is represented by letter capital Q, okay. In formula there are, we see formula capital Q by P, okay. So charge, that is the Q will be equal to 420 coulomb, okay. So that is the first information. Then flow 420 coulomb is flowing through a conducting wire in 5 minutes. Minutes means what? Time. So time is also given, which is represented by T. How much? 5 minutes, okay. but we know we don't have to take time directly in minutes because we use system SI system MKS. Okay, so we have to use time in seconds. Okay, so whatever the time given in hours or minutes, that we have to convert in seconds always. Okay, because seconds is the unit we use for time. So here 5 minutes we have to convert in seconds. Okay, we know in 1 minute there are 60 seconds, so 5 into 60 will be 300. So our total time is how much? 300 seconds. Okay, so now there is one formula to calculate current. Okay, so current is nothing but the charge per unit time. We see definition of current. Definition of current is charge flowing through a conductor per unit time. So it is a ratio of charge and time. Okay, so but we know here charge is given 420 coulomb and time also we have, that is the 300 second. So we have to take here current is nothing but the charge divided by time. Q divided by T is the formula of current. Okay, so here 0 will be cancelled, so remaining is what? 42 divided by 30. If we take this ratio and calculate, then we will get, it will be 1.4. Okay, again what we have to calculate? We have to calculate current. So we know current is measured in which unit? Current is measured in ampere. So this ampere here we have to write, and current is denoted by letter I. So current will be equal to 1.4 ampere. Okay, so simply here charge is also given and time is also given, but time is given in minutes, so we have to take one conversion of time. Okay, this time in minutes we have to convert it into the seconds. Okay, and take ratio of charge and time. Okay, so it will be 420 divided by 300, so it will be 1.4 ampere. So to solve this problem, one thing we have to know here, that is this formula of current, and which is nothing but the charge divided by time. By simply putting all the values in this problem, we can easily solve this problem. Okay.